And we live now?
3, 2. What's up to our sidekicks and henchfolk out there in the mother-loving Geek Nation? You're currently tuning into the infamous CultPop Podcast, episode 11, legacy numbering.
812.
812 episodes of this bullshit. A show where we're going to talk about, movies, TV, games, comics, food, friendship. I don't know why I pointed to you. I'm sorry. And all the things that scratch that nerdy itch.
That's cruel.
Obviously not my friend.
We're coming to you live from the MNYK Studios, Philadelphia's premier chef's kiss production space. This is our home now. Welcome to our home. I'm your fill-in host.
Oh, yeah. Everyone said I did such a good job. I should be the host. You're
Yeah.
No, you're the permanent fill-in now, so it's fine.
Oh, I'm the permanent fill-in.
Permanent fill-in.
I'm your fill-in host, Johnny Destructo of Johnny Destructo's Hero Complex, which is a super dope shop. It's for comic books, and you can go buy them. It's located at 40. Terry's really mad that I'm not into this microphone enough. 4327 Main Street, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. With me tonight are Noel Bartocci,
Hi.
Len the Betribble,
What's up? Holla at your boy.
Brian Lieb,
Hi.
and special guest Randy, a.k.a. our son, the voice of reason.
Peace. What's the deal? Your man, our son, the voice of reason, a.k.a. Super Tribble, the comic book Jedi live in effect. Shout out to my Amalgam family. What up?
Also with us every week is producer Terry. Oh, Tear Bear. Say hi, Tear Bear. Can you say hi? He's thumbs-upping. And if there's anything wrong with the show, chances are it's Terry's fault.
Not chances. It's Terry's fault.
It's definitely Terry's fault.
That is Terry's fault.
Thank you for being here, whether you're watching live or checking it out later. If you dig what we're doing, please comment, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you know when we go live and add new content. Additionally, we've got emails.
We've got emails?
We've got lots
and lots of
emails.
I'm going to bring it up right
done.
meow.
Well,
What did you sign up for, Randy?
And this is from, surprise, Christopher Goodnight. It's called Nightwing 100. He was disappointed by the ending of Nightwing 100.
What?
Listen,
Not true.
you're fired.
Yeah.
You, JD, are
I-
fired for reading it.
I don't get why Dick had to reform the Titans yet again. We've had 4 Titan reboots in the last 10 years alone. Probably less than that. Less than 4 reboots? Damian,
Less than 4. You got it.
Nah,
No, it
I'm
was
being a
10
little,
years.
I'm being a little saucy
Move
guy.
it up.
I don't know how to get more into this microphone, Terry.
We'll show you.
Damian has had 2 different teams. Dick had the grown-up Teen Titans, and then the Titans Academy, and now this new group with the exact same members as the last 2 teams. Either name them the Justice League or give them a new name altogether, or spice it up with some members that haven't worked as a team before. I loved the Future State Justice League. I would have read way more of them than we actually got, especially Jess, the Future State Flash.
Yes.
Stop changing things up / rebooting, but giving us the same team as always. Chris St. Saucy Goodnight. That was an excellent email, Chris St. Saucy Goodnight. Thank you. And I concur, good doctor. Does anyone else have anything to say about the Titans?
Well, what do you mean by you concur?
You
What do
concur with what?
I think that we just got a big reveal today, for anyone who doesn't know, that the Justice League is on the outs, and the Titans are going to be the new premier super team of the DC comic book universe. And then they showed us the same Titans that we've always seen. And I was kind of hoping that there would be Nightwing, Beast Boy, Raven, Starfire, Cyborg. Oh, and a dope new outfit though. Whom else?
Flash. Wally West.
Wally West Flash. And it just feels like the same Titans, and you would think that they would give us something new and fresh a little
actually,
bit.
So, sorry, go ahead.
He had his hand.
I had my
raised.
hand up.
Ooh.
So I think you guys are taking away the wrong part of the reveal.
Oh.
It's not that, oh my God, it's the Titans. Surprise. It's Dick is now responsible for the planet, and he brought his friends. So it's more along the lines of
okay.
they are at this stature, not it's
Yeah,
a
that's
surprise.
what it
It's the
is.
Titans.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's
that's
they are
it.
the premier team in the Earth now. Thank you.
Siri said, "Fuck off."
I would assume that it would be the classic Titans, right, in their modern roles, and now being put into this new role of the Justice League, the premier super
the major
team.
league.
Right, exactly. So I think if it was a new group of Titans, like we were introduced to in the 90s, a brand new group
Yeah,
of Titans.
It wouldn't hit the same.
Right.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, it's a team calling itself the Titans that is now for some reason in the position of the Justice League.
That's a good
Funny
point.
story. They also revealed today that later on in the year, the Justice League is going to be back
Yeah.
anyway.
Which
That was
Yeah.
the thing I
now,
missed.
It's
now
that quick?
here's the hope.
Yeah.
The hope is that they're gonna be like, "Hey, we just gonna be handling stuff. Y'all got it. This is all Nightwing and his band of
You got Earth.
merry fellows. Y'all got it. We gonna be over here handling the whole rest of the cosmos, and y'all take care of this right here. That's my hope.
my
That
hope
would be
is
cool.
after about a year's worth of stories as the Titans, they come down and they're just like, you guys are actually the Justice League. And that's it.
Oh, and the Titans just become the Justice League.
Hmm.
That's what I hope. Like the return of the Justice League is actually like
Okay,
Titans are the
I'd
Justice
be
League
into
now.
that.
We'll see.
And then
I wouldn't mind
and then
that.
the set like the Superman book, the Batman book can be their own thing.
Mhm.
But you've got like the Titans.
I'd
being-
be all right with that. Me and JD were talking about this the other day. I'm all for a full Batman moratorium right now.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, you guys have been on this trip
Dude
for
could
like
take
5
a
years now.
nap.
Give me 2 books. Give me the Batman book and the detective book, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't want any more miniseries. I don't want any more mini-series.
Can he still be in World's Finest?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
I got
that
it.
is
Because
dope.
that's the best book on the shelves
Yeah.
right now.
That book is,
Yeah.
that book is absolute fire. But yeah. Give me I'm good with that.
See, I actually like the idea of the Titans becoming the de facto Justice League, and still retaining their identity as the Titans,
Yeah.
because that is who they've been for most of their superhero lives, even as young as superheroes and even as adult superheroes. Even that's who they go back to. That is their family. It makes sense that Dick Grayson would bring them along as
Yeah.
the squad
Yeah.
that would ride with him. And it also makes sense that, like Dick Grayson and Wally West were allowed to do, all the rest of them can kind of like really age up into in
Yeah.
maturity and into their stature that they've had in the DC universe for so long. They kind of like shoehorned Cyborg in there, and he never felt quite
You mean into the Justice
Yeah.
League?
into the Justice
Yeah,
League, and
and
it
he's a
never
Titan.
felt
Yeah.
quite right because
Yeah.
he still had that the whiff of Teen Titan on there.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
growing with everybody into this role, it feels right.
The only thing that would make that better is if they stuck with it for more than 10 months.
Well, yes, that is
And-
absolutely true.
And for God's sake, can we start calling Gar Changeling again?
Instead of
You know,
Beast
we
Boy?
like
Changeling.
Yeah, Beast Boy.
At the very least, Beast grown ass man.
Can we just call him Beast? Oh, we can't do that. I
No,
guess.
can't
No.
do that.
Yeah.
You can't call him Beast Man because you're gonna get the whole He-Man thing. Just go back to Changeling, dude. Like,
Word.
Yeah, but Changeling is not really that great of a name.
it's better than Beast Boy,
Oh, then all right. Well, this,
and for
this-
a grown ass man.
but here's the thing: he doesn't have an identity, so why not just call him Gar?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
yeah, but what are
Yeah.
people on the street gonna call him? Like, hey, look, it's Gar.
Gar
All
or
right.
Garfield
Yeah. Well, Gar
but
sounds
then
kind of
you
or
like
would
an
give him
alien
G.
name
lasagna.
anyway.
What's
So,
up, G?
I mean-
They'll come up with something.
Well,
to
we have
call
to.
him.
We'll worry
gonna
about it when he
just
has
generate
to
it
do
on the
promotion.
page.
That man needs a code name.
Has he had any other names?
Huh.
just Beast
it's
Boy
always
and
been Beast
Changeling?
Boy or Changeling.
Maybe Tom
Yeah.
Taylor will give him one. Who
or
knows?
Gar.
Yeah.
Gar? Yeah.
Yeah, but a Gar is a thing.
What's a Gar?
It's a close to an alligator-ish sort of thing.
Oh, really?
I did
Okay,
not
so
know that.
then- so
That would
then
kind of
he
work.
can
It would be
a Gar.
like
He can be
when
a
Tim
Gar.
Drake
It is
called himself
green.
Drake.
I was gonna say, just
Wait,
call
I
him
was gonna
Drake.
say, do you guys remember when
Wow.
they tried to make the duck thing happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof. Oofa doofa. So thank you, Christopher St. Saucy. Good night. Also, I'm catching up on Nightwing. That book is so good.
Bro.
Mm.
I
That book
know.
Yo,
is
Tom
awesome.
Taylor, man, that dude.
He's
good.
killing it.
I
Yeah.
want him to write my autobiography. That dude is he's
mean,
killing it.
When
How
he's
many
not
people want
writing
to
your
write your autobiography?
when
You've
he's-
had Tom King write your autobiography.
I
Oh,
mean,
it
You've
would
had
be
Mark
a- it would
Wade
be a
write your
murderous
either one of
autobiography.
them. Any of them. I'd let Jeff do it. I don't care.
Okay, what's
Jeff
your
Johns?
what's Randy the Super Tribbles biography? What is your dream creative team?
Is this illustrated? It's a
Of
graphic
course.
yeah,
novel
if-
by
Graphic
if
novel?
It's illustrated,
That's cool.
If it's illustrated, Phil Jimenez is doing it.
Okay.
Okay,
Just
because you're only choosing
uh,
live
yeah,
art.
if Phil Jimenez is doing it.
Really?
Yo,
Not Yvonne
you know,
Reese?
I would say that,
That's the first name that came to mind.
but bro, did you see that first the Wonder Woman Amazonia, John?
Okay.
You got
Yeah.
the Eisner for it. That thing was dumb beautiful.
Yeah, but I still
It
would,
was dumb
I would
beautiful.
still take Reese.
It was too much.
Yeah, or
It was
Jason
a,
Fabok.
it was a lot.
It was like
I
throwing
do love some
everything.
Jason
at them.
Fabok. I am
Okay,
I'm a fan
all
of
right.
his- I'm
All
a
right.
fan of his stuff.
Fa-
And then either who's writing it? I don't know. Maybe Jeff. Maybe Mark Waid. Maybe Kurt Busiek because I really.
Oh,
like
no,
Kurt
that's a good
I
Busiek.
would go with
Yeah.
Wade over Wade. I would go with Wade or Busiek. Yeah.
I want Morrison to write it.
Well, you're-
Yeah.
Yes,
Here's
that
the
would
thing.
be nice. Yeah.
Your biography, I'll give you Jimenez. The writer should be David Walker.
Ooh, yeah, that would make
David
my
F.
life.
Walker.
David.
Shout out
Oh
to
wait,
David
you know
F.
he's
Walker.
Did you see what he's doing next for Marvel?
Now, what's he doing next?
The Planet of the Apes miniseries or the Planet of the Apes series?
Jesus.
Because
Word.
like Marvel got the rights to
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
they
Planet
got
of
the
the
rights.
All
to
the
that.
variant covers are
the
coming.
new comic is going to be written by David F. Walker.
All right, I'll read that.
That's kind of cool.
David F. Walker, aka the Rose City Trouble.
Yes.
Yeah, Rose City Trouble. Shout out to David Walker.
All right. Well, thank you, Christopher St. Saucy. Good night. Now is the part of the show wherein we will talk about
Learn how
what
to
we've
talk into the
been
mics.
enjoying this week. It's a segment we like to call "What You Been Up To This Week, Huh?" Randy, since you are the special guest,
Yeah,
Tribble,
special.
what have you been what have you loved this week?
So I'm doing a lot of work at my computer, and when nobody can see me, I'm just usually holding an action figure, just kind of,
Oh, really? Is that what they
Yeah.
call it now?
Yeah, it's holding an
That's
action
good.
figure.
Yeah.
And I just got the Gladiator
Okay.
Superman, the McFarlane Gladiator Superman one from World. Dude, that thing is so beautiful. It's those McFarlane figures
Mhm.
are phenomenal.
Is that the one that's got like 1,001 articulations?
They're
Or
not
it's this
they're not
one?
crazy like that.
Oh,
okay.
It's the
but
7-inch,
very
right?
well. Yeah, 7-inch John.
Oh, okay.
It's the one- he's got the shield and the axe. Man, listen, that thing is so dope. I want him. My hope is now that since they're sort of catching up to current stuff, I need a Val Zod figure.
Yep.
I need a Keenan Kong figure because there's a new Con-El Superboy figure that's dropping in about a month. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Man, he's got the spikes on the shoulders and all. Yeah, that one's about to drop. So I need them to catch up and again slow down with the Batman stuff. Give me some more of this. Give me the new. They all got jackets. Give me everybody
I
with a
love those
jacket.
new designs.
Give me
designs,
everybody with a
Yeah.
jacket, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Even Cyborg's got a jacket.
Cyborg's
now?
got a jacket
Really?
now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The kid in the blue Black Adam book, he's got a jacket now. Jack Maxwell showed me
Well,
that. Shout out to Jack Maxwell.
Static's
yeah.
got a
Yeah,
jacket
dude,
with
give
a
me
hood.
jackets. I love it. Give me
Yeah.
jackets all day.
Is it a long jacket, Static?
No.
Oh.
No,
Nah.
it's
I
like a
like
puffy
that, but-
jacket with like
okay.
a hood, and on the hood is a brim for a hat, which is a little weird. Len,
Yes.
what you been up to this week, huh?
Well, this past weekend,
Mm-hmm.
myself and my partner Vincent on my Be Show Mission podcast, we did our live event at City Winery.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it
how'd
was
that go,
actually
man?
pretty cool. We did our live screening of The Outside Story, and my fellow cult popper Brian
Yes.
and his lovely lady were there in the audience. It was
Absolutely.
really dope.
Well, Len, that was our pleasure. We really enjoyed it, and the movie was really good, and you guys were excellent. And my girlfriend turned to me afterwards, and she was like, "We got to check out their next thing."
Aw, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
That was dope. Yeah, so it
Yeah.
was a lot of fun. We had a good crowd. Everybody enjoyed it.
Is that something that is online for people to watch?
no? Because
after
it's
the-
a live event. It's
Well, yeah, but there's cameras now.
No.
Okay, no.
We
okay.
keep our live events as live events. They're
Gotcha.
special. You
What
gotta be
happens in our
there.
live events stays in
Stays
our
in the
live
live
events.
event.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Well, congrats. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was
I
dope.
totally forgot about it and didn't go.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You didn't really have to mention that on air, but that's fine.
Oh, I'm a very open and honest son of a bitch. No.
No curtain.
What have you
It's
been up
just
to?
all in front of it.
Yeah, that's right.
All of it.
Uh,
Inside thoughts, outside.
No. What you been up to this week?
So I rediscovered a movie that I was obsessed with when I was 14. It's this film called Strange Days. It came out in 1995. It stars the ageless Angela Bassett, Ray Fiennes.
Oh,
Yo,
yes.
He was a monster in that.
So,
Yes.
So
Yes.
I was straight up obsessed with this movie when I was 14. It felt like something I shouldn't see, but I bought the soundtrack before I was able to see it and loved it. I forgot how prescient and crazy it is. It's written by James Cameron. It's
Oh.
directed by Catherine Bigelow.
Mhm.
What?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's So good.
Sci-fi.
It's like a sci-fi noir. It's 3 different stories. They all kind of converge in one, but the high level is that Ralph Fiennes there's this technology that was developed by the CIA to replace wiretapping. It's essentially it's called a squid. They put it on their scalps, and it's able to record what they're seeing and feeling. But then it went black market, so he's a peddler of people's memories and experiences. It's crossed over with this rapper activist, Jericho 1, is murdered by corrupt cops. It's captured on tape. It's the police trying to get the tape. This killer who's killing women at the same time and recording it, and like all of these like disparate plots kind of cross over on 1999 New Year's Eve Y2K. And it is a beast of a movie.
I haven't watched it
so
since
incredibly good.
that
And Angela Bassett is an action hero the whole time.
Really?
She is.
Yeah.
Yo,
So
she's murking full speed.
yeah,
She is,
like
yeah.
it's so like when you saw the trailers, it was just like, oh, Ralph Fiennes and his sidekick. No,
No.
he's useless.
Exactly.
and Angela Bassett is an action hero, and it's so the movie's so good.
I
Like
gotta revisit it.
on all of the themes too, the corrupt cops, the crazy, the activists, the riots in the streets. It felt really, really weird watching it now, but in
Yeah.
a good way.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we actually saw some of this shit happen. I mean, last weekend in Atlanta, but still,
Huh.
Yeah.
it's a damn good movie. And it's on HBO Max. The reason why it came up is it's been trending on Twitter, and a couple of like YouTubers have been like, "Hey, this is the best movie you've never heard of," and it just kind of popped back in the conversation. And I was like, "Oh shit, it's available."
And shout out to Angela Bassett, who was
Say
nominated
word.
for Academy Award
Yup.
for Best Supporting Actress in Black Panther.
The
Wakanda Forever.
first MCU movie nominated, the actor
Oh.
Actor nominated, yeah.
nominated for an award.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah, 'cause Black
it's always
Panther
like
got
best
Best
special
Picture.
effects or best
Yeah.
makeup or something.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. Yeah.
The
That's
first
pretty
one.
rad.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. I would suggest people check it out.
I definitely want to revisit it.
Cool. Very good.
So yeah, Strange Days on HBO Max. Brian
Hey.
Lieb,
Hey.
what you been up to this week, huh?
That's really nice of you to ask. I was watching Weird, the Al Yankovic story,
Mhm.
which I expected to like and find funny. You guys.
And then what happened?
I liked it and found it funny.
Ah!
But
Love when that happens.
way more than I was like cackling
Yeah.
from
Wow.
30 seconds in through the movie.
Give us your best cackle.
The whole time.
It's nonstop.
Never
Yeah.
do that again.
I
Yeah.
couldn't hear most of the film.
Ooh.
Soul just left your body a little bit.
That was terrifying.
So it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like laughed out halfway through, because it was so good. The guest stars were phenomenal. There's this one party scene which is like kind of a who's who
Mhm.
of comedians. It is a parody of a biopic. And it's hilarious. If you have any interest in Weird Al,
I do.
you should watch this movie.
I keep meaning to.
Yeah. I kept meaning to for some time, and I
Yeah.
was like, we're doing it. And I was so glad that I did. Weird Al
Awesome.
himself is in it.
One would hope. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
As as a different person.
Yeah.
yeah, he
Yeah.
doesn't play himself.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Rainn Wilson is his mentor, Dr. Demento. He's great. It's brilliant.
I can't
Yeah.
wait to. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones that keeps being on my radar, and I just haven't gotten to it yet because I'm like, how do I watch it? It's on Roku.
It's on Roku.
On the Roku channel.
You've got to download that, but it's free. You got a
Yeah.
couple of ads. Yeah, it's an interesting mix of like some events loosely inspired by his life, and then
Nonsense.
like nonsense.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, the whole idea is that it's just like a behind the music parody of a parody artist. So
Yes.
it's perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then from moi,
Hey, what have you been up to this week? Hate
I
that so much.
have been I just finished finally season 4 of Young Justice, which is probably my favorite animated series of all time.
Oh.
Now that's
Yeah.
not to say that
Whoa,
every
whoa,
season.
whoa.
It's true.
I'm with
Okay.
you, bro.
It's not to say
with
that
you.
every episode is a banger, and it's not to say that every season is perfect. There are peaks and valleys, but the things, the valleys for me are things that I'm glad exist.
Yes.
Because, we're constantly, speaking of a moratorium on Batman, I'm a little annoyed at every DC animated feature having to have Batman or Superman in the title.
Mm-hmm.
And so the fact that they spend time with characters I don't care about, like Aquaman, I'm like,
Yeah.
good. I'm
Yeah.
glad they're doing
Yeah.
it.
They
They
go deep
hard,
into his
go hard on some
Yeah.
Aquaman
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, and like New God stuff, a
Yep.
lot of Apocalypse, a lot of what's the word they live on? Apocalypse and
New Genesis.
Genesis
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So a lot of characters that I've never even heard of before. I never heard of Forager before, but
Oh,
he's
yeah.
delightful in this show.
And they go to different cities on Earth
Mhm.
besides Gotham and Metropolis.
True.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
they're all over
True.
the place.
Yeah, and and it's for the people who get mad at woke stuff. You're gonna get mad at this show because they're
Oh.
wide
wide awake.
awake. Woke as
Very
hell.
awake.
The
So
fact that
awake.
there's like a 10-minute conversation between a mother box, which is a artificial,
sentient computer.
yes,
Yes.
an artificial intelligence that takes over a girl's body, a human girl's body who happens to be Muslim, and now she's in that body, and now she's having a conversation with that woman's mother
Mm-hmm.
about what a hijab is and what Muslim means to them, and maybe she's going to explore that because she's trying to figure out what kind of person she is, but also she's a mother box which has no gender, so maybe she doesn't have a gender,
She's
maybe she's
non-binary.
non-binary.
Yeah.
And then there's another conversation. Rocket from the Milestone Initiative is in the show, and the whole beginning of her episode is her dealing with getting her son ready, who has autism, to go visit his dad.
Yeah, because
because she's got to leave.
She's a divorcee.
Yeah, divorcee.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just a lot of real world conversations that no other cartoon is having that I'm aware of.
There was actually an episode where a character says the full Lord's Prayer
Mhm.
in an episode. I've never seen that anywhere.
I don't remember that, but yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Zatara.
Yeah, that's the greatest thing about this, about Young Justice, is that it's like, all right, everybody, whoever you are, whatever you've been, you're in here,
Mhm.
and but it doesn't feel forced.
Mm-mm.
It's just like, all right, well, in the midst of saving the world and trying to find the dead boyfriend that's lost in the Phantom Zone and all this other stuff.
Life happens.
Life happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
And they all age up.
Yeah, that was
yes,
that was the
yeah.
big thing for
yeah.
me that made me go, oh, this is next level, was the jump from season 1 to season 2, where all of a sudden it's been 5 years, and
Yeah.
the Robin that we were following is now Nightwing
Yeah.
Mhm.
in one of the best Nightwing outfits.
Oh
that-
my
yeah,
God.
such a
Dude.
good Nightwing
Yeah.
outfit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you on best all time.
Thank you.
It just beat season 4. Took it above Justice League Unlimited for me, and I love
That's
Justice
another
League
good
Unlimited. I
one.
watch that all
Yeah.
day, every day.
Okay.
What does Terry
But-
think? Best of all time? Just yell it loudly.
Batman, that's a good one.
Good one.
Best. Now we're talking about best animated
Yeah.
series of all
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
It is a toss-up between the first Avatar: The Last Airbender and Steven Universe.
Interesting.
No.
I thought we were just doing.
Second
I thought
and
it was
thirds.
good superhero stuff.
I agree with both of those, but they're just below Young
I've
Justice.
never
for me.
seen any of these.
Anyway, so that's what we've been doing this week.
Huh.
Huh?
Yep.
So, what's next? I'll tell you. It's our main review. But first, if you want to help us out, go to patreon.com/JohnnyDestructo and give us your money. Batman and Superman Battle of the Super Sons is our main review.
What were we saying about tired of Batman and Superman in the titles?
Dude.
Yo,
Yup. But
did you
except
see
this
the-
one's good.
It was
Did you
awesome.
see the Green Lantern one though?
It was
No.
great.
The Green Lantern one is
Yes.
fire. Check
Beware
that
our
out.
power.
yeah.
Yeah.
John Stewart.
John Stewart one, yeah, it's fire.
Nice.
It's fire. Check that out.
So Batman and Superman Battle of the Super Sons came out this year. It's on HBO Max streaming right meow. It's directed by Matt Peters. I don't know who that is. Jeremy Adams
He's
is
the
the
director of
writer.
the movie.
Yeah.
Is he the writer who's writing Flash?
Nah.
Is that the same Jeremy Adams?
I knew he was doing Flashpoint Beyond. I didn't know he was writing Flash. He's
Anyway.
also writing the new Green Lantern book coming out.
Oh, word. Jonathan Kent and reluctant young sidekick Damian Wayne are burdened with saving the world from impending doom. The two must join forces to rescue their fathers, Fajas, and save the planet by becoming the superheroes they were intended to be. So, what did you guys think? Let's go through. Show of hands. Who liked the movie? All right, unanimous. That's it. Go
All right.
watch it.
Have a good
That
night,
man will join us
everybody.
next week.
Much faster than usual. Great.
Len, why don't you start us off?
Oh, I just really first of all, I too am tired of Batman and Superman. But I appreciated that, okay, if they're going to give it to us, I'm going to sit down, I'm just going to take it in. And the story was cool. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. They shorthand, Superman and Lois marrying and having Jonathan as a kid. For people who are just coming in who only know Superman and Lois Lane as this will they, won't they? Well, they did. And they had a child. They don't even touch on, they just assume about Batman and Damian because that has been seeded for so long in the comics and in the animated universe. Yeah. So they just, they know that. And they then hit the ground running. I thought the characterizations of the characters were cool. The juxtaposition between Damian being, raised by Batman and Ra's al Ghul, which means that he is not the easiest to get along.
No people skills.
But Jonathan Kent being very, not naive, but a little wet behind the ears. He's kind of like just discovering his powers in this episode or in this movie. So I like them. I thought they were cool. The animation style, the computer animated animation, it grew on me.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever 100% loved it, but it grew on me, I think primarily because I did like the character design.
Yeah.
It worked with the boys. It was a little rough with Superman.
Yeah.
It was a little rough with Superman.
As a rule, I hate whatever that's called. Whatever that CG animation, I don't know if it's called cel-shaded animation, whatever that is, I generally hate it for my animated films. But this time around, I was like, oh, there's something about this that I think works way better than it has in the past.
Yeah.
Because, speaking of Avatar, The Last Airbender, there's Dragon Prince by the same creators on Netflix.
And it uses this style, and it's not.
But this hits.
I gotta tell you, the animation was maybe my favorite part of the whole thing. I loved it. Like as soon as it started, I was like, hey, like you said, the character designs are great. And
Damian's hair.
His hair was
your man's got mad gel up in that piece.
His hair, maybe.
It's a weapon.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
It's very John Boy Myers.
Oh, that's true.
Very John Boy Myers.
There was a lot of Jorge Jimenez in there.
Yeah. The thing I was digging about it, and I like the fact that DC with their new animation, everything that's come after their sort of animation reboot from Justice League War.
Yeah, it was War.
Or
not
War.
It
was Apocalypse.
The end of Flashpoint,
Flashpoint. They've all been different.
Yeah.
Like the Man of Steel one is different. The Green Lantern one is different, and this one is different.
No, because the Green Lantern one is kind of like
it's sort of in between the two.
The Green Lantern, the Green Lantern Justice Society, Batman Long Halloween, and the Superman. I can't remember which one the Superman one is.
Man of Tomorrow.
Man of Tomorrow. They
That was
kind
rough.
of like share the same kind of aesthetic.
Yeah, but continuity, I think.
And even the
but
one that's
it's
coming
not
out looks
exactly
good.
the same. Like it felt like a lot of other stuff was exactly the same, and it feels like they're sort of playing with a little different styles in all of them. And this one is radically different.
This one
you know
is,
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like you said, it grew on me. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you know what? All right, okay. Clark looking all kind of suave with his when he was coming in when he came in after work with his shirt tucked in.
Yeah,
I mean, I was like, okay.
he definitely
Two
swole.
buttons down, like, hey, what's up? Yeah, your man was swole.
Sushan was watching it with me, and she the first thing she said when they introduced Clark, and she's like, he doesn't know his dad is Superman? Look at that guy.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Although you notice he's not wearing the suit under the shirt. He can't be, right? You would see it.
Yeah.
Which I thought was interesting, but he does keep it under his bed.
I did like Jonathan immediately was just like, ugh, cosplay, gross.
Yeah, so good.
I'll be the
Dissenting voice?
You'll be Len.
I'm not dissenting. I really enjoyed this movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
But saying I don't care is harsh. I have not been excited about any of the animated output in years. I've watched almost all of them, and it's either a meh or a that's fine, or just I completely forget it as soon as it's over. And I've been trying to examine that because everyone around me talks about how all the animation is the best thing in the world. You guys all love it, and I don't understand why it does absolutely nothing for me. And I think, especially with these DC movies, they're faithful-ish recreations of the comics, but I enjoy just reading the comics. and it feels in a weird way redundant.
Okay. Like
that make sense?
Not doing enough new.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
the idea.
And the whole era, the Justice League War paradox, or the Flashpoint paradox, all the way to the Apocalypse War, was so samesies anime style.
Yeah.
It might as well have just been white noise. I didn't care for it.
Oh, it
And
goes back that far. You didn't like that stuff.
Well, I liked War.
Okay.
I liked Flashpoint Paradox.
Okay.
Because I've literally been thinking about this for a week because you guys are so bubbly about these animated movies, and I feel like something's broken inside of me because they don't really speak to me.
True. Yeah, this is the test.
Probably true.
Really.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about the ones that I've watched, all of them, the ones I enjoy. Flashpoint Paradox, War. I really, really liked the Green Lantern in War. And they never used that actor again, and he's never that smartass again.
Yeah.
I really liked the Suicide Squad one, which was like a secret sequel to Flashpoint Paradox.
That was awesome.
Yes, that
Because
was
it was the bad guy that was, it was awesome.
Yeah.
And Christian Slater was Deadshot. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's good. I don't think I watched that one.
Oh, yes. Oh, well, it's great.
It's held to pay.
Yeah,
It was really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Awesome.
But those were few and far between, and just I never saw the Long Halloween one. But either way, I started getting very nostalgic for the earlier ones that were explicitly adapting comics in the style of the comic book artist. And I wish they would go back to that. So when I was watching this one, clearly seeing some Patrick Gleason, clearly seeing some Jorge Jimenez, and they're just like the kids' designs, I was just like really starting to gel with it because it felt like the comic as opposed to I'd rather read the comic. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, all right, I see that. I see that.
So like this was really fun. This was fun.
Christopher Goodnight's in the chat saying that's not how you say biopic, Brian.
Oh, that's how I say biopic.
Biopic.
Because I feel like that is a
Listen,
better
don't be
way to pronounce it.
myopic.
Yeah.
Pronounce it however you want.
I've had I had this. Did we talk about this already?
No, I don't think so.
Because I had this conversation with my wife. She said biopic,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I kind of stopped the conversation. I was
Yeah.
like, "Have I been saying this wrong forever?"
No.
And we looked it up, and it's biopic.
Oh yeah. It's like a biographical
picture. It's
But I feel
biopic.
like biopic sounds like
medical. It sounds
Yeah.
medical.
like a biopsy.
I got yes.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. To me, it gives me the vibe of like this is a word involving the word bio, and then like a bio examination,
biology,
like a study of
medical.
You know, a biopic.
Not necessarily artistic.
And then Diggs says, "Hey, what's up, G?" And our moon, the animation grew on me, but it largely dependent on the strength of the story.
Yeah.
Sort of like comics sometimes, the story makes the art acceptable.
Cool.
Say word.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed towards the end of the film, right? I don't know. It's a spoiler, but you know, they do win.
What?
Yeah. So Superman throws the Starro at Jonathan Kent, and calling back to earlier, he rips up a tree and uses it as a baseball bat, and hits it hard enough to send it into orbit. But the tree does not break.
Oh.
How is it that the tree doesn't just break?
Can anybody?
And Starro is just still there.
Well, first of all, your suspension of disbelief always shocks me. Like where it ends and where it starts.
He took the giant, multiple-limbed starfish thing and swung it around and threw it at the boy, but the tree didn't break.
But that all works within. Superman can do that.
But not all strikes out of the field break the bat.
break the bat.
I'm sure there's a
Exactly.
physics reason.
They don't hit it into orbit either.
No, but
I mean,
but him hitting
mass
it into
displacement
the
the
order,
size of
in
the
the
tree
orbit is
versus-
akin to him hitting a 300-yard home run.
Isn't physics wise? See, all right, here's the
That's what I'm asking. Like we don't know.
No, I don't.
also-
but-
This
very
is why
dependent
you say
upon where-
biopic.
yes,
Depending
you're
upon,
absolutely right.
I think where on the bat
Yeah.
the contact was.
Is that right?
Truth. If it's higher in the bat, then it would shatter. If it's middle
But
of
if
the
it's
bat,
in the middle of
Okay.
the bat,
also too.
maybe he bunted.
Didn't look like a bunt.
I don't know.
Two things that I adored about this movie:
Yeah.
the bunt at the end because now he has
Yeah.
super strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he
That's
still
an
gets to play
awesome
baseball.
character point.
Right.
And Jimmy Olsen and his stapler was the best beat in the whole
That
fucking
was
movie.
cool. Yeah.
When he got it in the eye and then they all exploded and it was like, yes, you're a hero, Jimmy. You're a goddamn hero.
Yeah.
That was my
I-
favorite part of the movie.
Ooh, Who hasn't gone? Brian, you want to tell it? Who didn't?
I guess no. I've interjected
Okay,
an
cool.
interjection or two, but
Hated it.
I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it overall. I felt like it was a little slow getting going, right? Like Len said, they did, and I can't necessarily fault them for it, but they did take you through all of Superman's origin again, you know? And I was like, all right, this is stretching on until we get to the part where Jonathan Kent develops powers and does his thing. But it was fine enough, you know, and I enjoyed their relationship. I enjoyed seeing the other DC characters that we saw that we wouldn't necessarily have to see.
And great design.
You know, great designs.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
I was hype about the Teen Titans. The first thing I said was after this movie, I want this movie style and give me the Titans from this movie.
That would be great.
I just want a straight sequel. I want them
Yeah.
to adapt
Yeah.
pretty much the rest of the Super Sons series just
Yeah.
in this style. Just keep making this movie.
I'm sorry, continue.
But that was about it. But I just wanted to bemoan for a second because we were talking about the Breaking the Bad and all that stuff. Comics used to take a special point to we have an opportunity to introduce kids maybe to some sciencey stuff.
Flash fact.
Yeah.
And I like that, right? Flash facts, right?
Yeah.
Escape velocity is 7 miles per second. So, it was a great thing that they could do, right? And technobabble is an art. Getting it right just enough to do the other stuff. My stepdad told me once that the first place he ever read the word laser was in a Flash comic. So I would like to see if you're going to write about something, do what you can in that regard. It would be cool.
Okay.
But
I'll keep that in mind.
I said if you're going to write. So
Okay, yeah.
JD, just
Yeah, when I'm writing,
I'm telling you.
Here's an interesting thought experiment because we're talking about the designs,
Yes.
the character designs. And I myself absolutely love the designs in here. I absolutely love their design of Batman. Their Batman.
it's great.
He was looking so fun.
Yeah.
he also does a
Spot
really
on.
good Conroy.
Conroy-ish.
He's very Conroy.
I looked it up.
almost thought I was like, is
I
this his last
wondered.
movie?
Yeah, me too.
No. I
No.
looked it up. It's Troy Walker or Troy
Troy
Yeah.
Baker.
Baker.
I
He's
think.
tons of video games.
Oh, okay.
Like I think he's the Uncharted dude. Like, oh my sweet Jesus.
She can't find anything.
Yeah.
in this series. It's nothing.
Go on.
An interesting thing for us to do on maybe a future episode, maybe even Randy can return for this, is to select our own individual Justice League based on the character designs from all the different properties.
That's a great
nice.
idea.
Because
Yeah.
as much as I love the prop, like a character design that has been staying in my head, I can't believe it, for the last month since I saw it, was the Wonder Woman character design from League of Super Pets. Because that Wonder Woman is so bananas hot.
Yo, League of Super Pets was
That is
amazing.
that is a dumb, fun movie, man.
Oh, yeah?
Tears,
That
bro.
is a dumb, fun movie.
If we do that, there have to be rules. Like you only get one of a character. It can't be like a team.
Oh, no,
like
no,
a
no. Yes, it can't be a
multiverse
team of Batmans. No.
Yeah.
There's got to be
sure.
rules. Maybe all animated or mix of animated, live action, whatever. But we could set ground rules. We could do it. I would totally do that.
I'm into this.
I'm
But
all
in like
about it.
DC
Yeah.
and Marvel, we'll set some separately.
Marvel.
So bad.
Marvel will be nothing but Spider-Man. Yes.
Oh, don't forget about
Yes.
Earth's Mightiest
It's the hot
Hero,
collar.
Avengers,
Yeah.
Len. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, man.
That's a great design.
You guys can't see.
But
Just
it's
us.
cool,
It's just
you
us.
guys.
No, I remember
look it
that. Yo, you got to see that. That was dope.
Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Len. That was a great show.
It's
with
a
a lot of
great
great
show.
designs.
Oh man,
Yeah, there was some.
Oh,
cool
you know what?
designs.
That
Yeah.
their Kang was really cool. It's almost, his
Yes.
head was
The Kang
almost a
was dope.
globe.
Yes.
The Kang was dope. I don't know
Yeah.
if I liked all of the hero designs, but
Okay.
I think they were going somewhere with that show, and then they were like, no, we're gonna
They
do something.
absolutely
no.
were.
What happened is that
Yeah.
the whole DC Marvel the movies,
Yeah.
because remember they ended it short so that they could start that new
Yeah.
Oh,
crappy,
yeah.
Yeah.
you're right.
Avengers series.
Like a movie inspired.
Well, they were in the
Yeah.
habit of only doing 2 seasons for each show too.
Wow.
Like if 24 episodes or 36 episodes was like the sweet spot of syndication.
That
for
was a habit worth
sales.
breaking, though. 'cause
Yeah,
that,
it was.
that
It
was
was like
so
two
real, was
seasons,
that
2
work.
seasons.
clicking.
They were
Yeah.
best. I think.
That was that work.
But you know, and if this is the case, I can't fault them. I felt like when the movies and live action in both DC and Marvel got
better and more popular and more able to do what you really wanted to see on screen, and adults were going to that, these companies are like, ooh, we got to keep kids interested too. We want that market as well for now and for the future.
Mm-hmm.
So they refocus their animated output to be more usefully oriented.
That's why I say animate everything. Everything. Big budget animated movies of all of this stuff. I wouldn't pay an actor $50 million of nothing. But what you do is you can keep them in a role longer if they're just doing the voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can have Hugh Jackman as Wolverine until he's about to die.
True.
The proof of concept is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That is, if I would like to hope that somebody's got a brain cell somewhere and they're at least considering it, like, yo, what if we, like, the next round is, like, what if phase 6 is like,
it's all animated.
They just animate everything. And then you can do whatever you want.
But that's the thing. You needed the proof
Yeah.
of concept because before Into the Spider-Verse, the only fully animated superhero thing that went to the theaters was Massive
Phantasm, yeah.
And that was a flop. Incredibles was a hit, but it was an original property.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So as far as DC and Marvel are concerned, because remember, Disney didn't own Marvel when Incredibles first hit. As far as DC and Marvel was concerned,
you're right.
And the world of superheroes that people like, the general public would know.
Yeah,
it
you're
was
right.
Massive Phantasm,
yeah.
and that flopped.
I like the live action stuff.
So do I.
I like it too.
I do too.
I want
like
both. I don't want one or the other.
I'd like it, but conceptually, like, after I watched Invincible,
Oh wow!
that first season of Invincible, I was like, yo, animate everything, bro.
And I like live
Everything.
action, but quiet is kept, and I know they'll eventually do it. I don't need a live action Miles Morales. I really
I
don't.
want to see him though.
I know he's going to be coming.
And I'm with you. I don't need it because Into the Spider-Verse Miles is so good.
So good.
So good.
So good. I can't wait for the new one.
Yo, he looks so much like my son. I can't stand it. Like, that's Aaron, dude. It drives me nuts. And I when I watched the trailer for the new one. Yo, dude, my daughter was in tears.
Oh.
Like, literally, she was like, I need this right now. I'm like, it's not coming out yet. She was like, no, but I need it right now.
When does it come out?
I think in
July, August? What's up?
in the summer.
It's in the summer, yeah.
I still remember when we were at my little baby store, and we were all like crowded around my
for the
first trailer for the first Spider-Verse.
Bro,
We were all hyped, man.
that thing was
But anyway, Challenge of the Super Sons, Battle of the Super Sons.
Battle of the Super Sons.
Delightful. I love this movie. I thought this was great. The characterizations, I actually laughed out loud multiple times, which I don't usually. I don't usually with the animated films, but there was a couple of beats in this movie, mostly between Damien and John.
Yeah.
Where he just bataranged him in the face from off panel, from off screen.
Pushed him off a cliff.
And puts him off the cliff like that.
Yo, your man was the worst.
Yeah. I laughed out
It
loud.
was the most cuddly that Damien has ever been.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, you know what I liked? I was a little worried. You see Starro come from the rocket that rocket Superman to Earth.
Yeah.
And I was like, are they doing a Kryptonian connection with him? Like they frequently do.
Yeah.
Where it wouldn't have ruined the movie for me, but I was happy when it was like, oh no, this is a sample that Jor-El had.
Yeah. And I like that, and I like that they did that.
That he
because
just put
I
in a
did the
fish
same thing
tank.
when I was watching it. I was like, are they doing the origin again?
Yeah.
Oh wait, the star. Oh, and then he.
All we
then he
really
meets
need
his
is
grandpa,
Starro.
And then
Yeah.
all right, y'all brought it back around.
Yeah.
Well done.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't talk about Starro. Starro was awesome.
Starro was awesome.
Starro,
So we've gotten two motion picture versions of Starro now. Batting 1,000.
The one from Suicide Squad is still better.
Oh my god.
That
No
was so
shit.
cool. That
It's
was
just
so awesome.
still batting 1,000.
No,
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
yo, that movie made me angry.
I'm
Really?
sorry.
Suicide
I
Squad?
was not a fan of that
I
movie.
love
my
it.
God.
I
Wow.
adored
Like
it.
that's
Wait, I'm
that's
sorry. The Suicide Squad.
That's the second reason I
second
want to
one.
see James Gunn in the street.
Oh.
Dude, I thought that
movie was so
not
fun.
insane.
I was not
I loved it.
Fantastic.
It was all right. It
Why?
was
Because you didn't like
fabulously
you
all
don't
right.
like that they kill Flag.
I don't care about that.
No, it was
No.
it was
No.
the center. It was just
Yeah.
ancient thing.
Speaking of old animated stuff, that one.
That was still
is
good.
Maybe still my favorite.
still
of their
very
good.
output.
Yeah,
Not
that one
like-
and
I think
Crisis on Two Earths.
I
Ooh,
think-
also really good.
Under the Red Hood.
I think James Gunn knocked it out the park with Guardians. Tried too hard to make Guardians again with Guardians 2, and then Suicide Squad. It was trying to be like dumb funny, and it never really hit for me personally.
Oh man, I was
Didn't care
cackling.
about Ratcatcher.
I was doing the Brian Lieb cackle.
Yeah,
How's that go?
it's going around.
Yeah, I wanted it to be dope. I liked Peacemaker and Bloodsport together, sort of vibing off each other. That was kind of cool, and that was as much of that as I needed. The rest of it was just a little bit. It was just trying too hard for me. I'm like,
Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair
I
enough.
And
loved
so
it.
I'm hoping he doesn't do it again.
I don't think so.
I don't think people give him enough credit that he has more than one note.
It's because we've only seen this note for a minute.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, he's been hitting this note real hard.
It seems like
I'm with you, but we have seen this for a minute.
it seems like he's the kind of filmmaker who can get to the heart of a type of property, and not that really worked for Peacemaker and Suicide Squad and Guardians. I don't know that he would do that for Superman.
It would be
Which-
interesting. I'd be interested to see. You
Yeah.
never know with people. This might be the property he's been waiting for.
Right.
It's got that story.
Tell
like,
this kind of story for it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm
Somebody's
interested.
praying for that harder than me.
Mhm.
I've been a fan since
Slither.
no before that.
what
Before
the
Slither?
one with Rainn Wilson?
That's
Oh,
that was
Super.
after Slither.
Super was after Slither, but also very good.
Not
Romeo and Juliet
Romeo
says
and Juliet.
8-bit beef.
Tromeo and Juliet. He's referring to.
Yeah. Well, no, there's a movie called Nomeo and
There is a
Juliet.
movie.
That's
about-
animated. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not
Gunn
James Gunn.
Had nothing to do with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
Tromeo and Juliet. Also,
Tromeo.
no, your name is pronounced no L.
It's not, but I see what you did there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. 8-bit beef says I meant Tromeo. Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
that? Who's Tromeo?
Trauma.
Trauma.
Films, Trauma.
The Toxic Avenger.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
They-
okay.
James Gunn used to work for Lloyd Kaufman.
Is that right?
Yeah. I was in a film with Lloyd Kaufman. He
When you-
threatened to shoot my dick off.
Did it, but he didn't.
He didn't.
Oh, that's
no,
cool.
no, it was just a movie.
What a great guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like Offset. He'd be
No,
like,
no, no. It was like
I
a
like
scene
it
in the
Uncle
movie.
Lloyd's a
That is
really,
what I
really
thought until
passionate
you
guy.
clarified. I thought you annoyed him in some way.
No, that was
Oh, I
that
see.
was our scene together. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
All right, that's
Any
better.
whomst.
That's
Yeah.
better.
Did everybody chat about Super Sons? Did anybody not take a turn?
Was there not anything that we disliked, real quick?
No, I mean the bat.
The bad
Turns
thing.
out the bat didn't shatter, so
Yeah,
I
and
hate this movie now.
And it was able to propel Starro into orbit.
Yeah.
Which is
I
odd.
mean,
I mean, the slowness in the beginning, I didn't, but that was the only,
Even the slowness, I thought like the family even just the scene with Lois and John in the beginning of the movie,
Yeah,
Oh,
where
that was a good scene.
she's
That
running
was cool.
out, forgetting this, putting this there, and has to come back out for her purse and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it was all great shorthand. It
Yeah.
was a really tight
She gets
movie.
fifth estate. She gets fourth estate wrong.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
just like, oh, is it fourth estate?
Yeah.
It's interesting what you mentioned earlier, Len, about how they take time to set up Superman and Jonathan Kent and all that stuff, but then you just get right into Batman and Robin. I think that's narratively interesting that you kind of understand that, oh, Superman is at a point in his life where he has a kid. Makes perfect sense Batman would be too.
Mhm.
You don't
Yeah.
need to see it to get into that.
and
that
we've
world.
done the Batman kids thing
Yeah.
multiple times.
Yeah.
He's an old hand at this sort of thing.
I can't think of anything I didn't like.
Nice.
No,
solid.
Me neither.
Oh, some of the music cues I didn't like, but that's like real nitpicky.
Oh, I
Yeah.
All right.
I don't even know. I didn't even notice.
Some of them were like really bad guitar riffs.
Oh, I didn't even
Took
pick them
me
up.
right out of the movie.
Well, email us at CultPopGo. Let us know what you thought of Battle of the Super Sons. Join us here next Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. where we will be talking about what?
Oh, I think as long as everyone's okay with it, I think we're gonna do the 5G that never was.
Yes. So, what is 5G for the people out there going, what is 5G?
Oh, 5G was supposed to be the big reboot for DC Comics after Death Metal, but it was famously or infamously scrapped mid-production when Dan DiDio was unceremoniously let go from DC Comics.
Yeah.
A lot of the things that you see from the original 5G plan happened in Future State, kind of, and some of the main books, kind of.
Yeah.
But there was a couple of articles scrubbed from various people's Substack newsletters and interviews and sources that kind of walked through what the 5-year plan of what 5G was supposed to be is going to be.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about it all and react with what would be cool and what was going to be, maybe it was a dodged bullet.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So what could have been for 5G DC? Join us here. Go to patreon.com/JohnnyDestructo. Help out the show that way. Better than that, though, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Have a goddamn watch party. I don't know what you young kids are doing with the internet these days.
It's like a key party where you change watches around.
Have a key party.
Wow.
Yeah, and just swap.
Wear protection.
Swap wives. Whatever you want to do while watching the show.
God.
Do it. Shares are required, says 8-Bit Beef.
The raffle.
Oh, the raffle.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to, all right. So, Peter David, longtime amazing writer of the comic books, he's had multiple strokes and like a heart attack, I think. So he is very under the weather. He has a GoFundMe. We are raffling off the first volume of Peter David's Incredible Hulk Omnibus. So it's $5 a ticket. Email us at cultpopgo.com. At gmail.com. That's how emails work, I think.
Yes.
Wait, what is this on? Is this like Gray Hulk, Joe Fixit?
Yes.
Stuff?
Yeah, it's all
That's
that. It's
cool.
the good shit.
Nice.
So yeah, help us out. We're gonna donate all of the money to his GoFundMe. Longtime listener Anthony Drago. It was his idea. He actually bought the omnibus so that we could raffle it off. So thank you for that. And real quick before we go, when the gents talk about stuff on the show, I make it a point to try and experience the thing. You were telling us about Chainsaw Man, the anime.
Yes.
Delightful.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Way better than the manga. You were telling us about She Said.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of it right now. It's awesome.
I did watch that.
Right?
That is good.
Right?
Yes.
So check out what they're telling you to check out because it's good.
Sweet.
Yeah, we'll talk about Strange Days. Write emails about Strange Days.
Oh yeah, I want to watch that. Randy, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
No doubt, man.
Where can the folks find you?
You can find me anywhere on the internet. Just put Our Son, the Voice of Reason in the internet, and you'll find me. The band Gangsta Grass, we're out here too. Buy some stuff.
Oh, 8-Bit Beef says, what comic should I buy? I'm going to say World's Finest.
Yes.
Yeah, World's
And
Finest.
Nightwing.
World's finest.
World's Finest, Nightwing.
And yo, that new Action, that Action
Comics?
one was fire, bro. Yo,
I got it. Came out
Philip
today.
Kennedy Johnson is that dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what came out today that's really good? Inferno Girl Red.
Inferno
Oh, yeah,
Girl,
how
part
was
of the
that?
Massive Verse.
Yes.
The Radiant
so
Black series.
it was kickstarted. So I got my copy a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
It's very, very, very good. And it's not reliant on the other Massive Verse books.
Nice.
It's
good to know.
actually in a different universe.
Oh.
It's just one that is, it's very good. It's
Okay,
very,
cool.
very good.
Inferno Girl Red.
First issue came out today, so pick it up.
Len, where can the people find you?
Yo, you can holler at a boy. Bat Tribble. Every place. One love.
Brian, do you have somewhere to send people?
I can send them to my webpage,
Ah.
brianleavedesign.com.
Wonderful.
That's right. Thank you.
Noel?
You can catch me on Twitter at Mr. Bartocci, MrBartocci, and or my website, noelthewriter.com.
Also,
Cool.
producer Terry says, come to the Maniac Studios for all of your audio visual needs. Love you guys. We will join you, or we will join you joining us next Wednesday, 8:15, 8 o'clock, 8:15. We're moving it up, aren't we?
in the 8 o'clock hour.
In the 8s. We'll meet you in the 8s.
Hey, it doesn't matter if you
hit the bell.
If you hit the bell,
Hit the
you'll
bell.
get a notification. We're gonna go live soon, so that's all
right.
that matters.
We love
Do
you,
that.
and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Peace.